All right, we should be going live. Just waiting for a signal from the Bat's cave. If YouTube would ever cooperate, that is. And we are live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. And welcome to another edition of the Jedi Academy here on RSG. I'm your host, the most Ranger J1999. Welcome you in to the show where we do nothing but discuss Star Wars Galactic heroes. And this is the only Q&A show out there where we do nothing but answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I'll get into how you can participate here in a moment. But welcome. We've been off for the last couple weekends because, I mean, literally the holidays fell on each of those weekends. We had Christmas and then we had New Year's. They're not doing Jedi Academy on those days. Get out of here. But we're back. We're back on our normal schedule. So we'll be picking it back up and doing these streams like we normally do for the rest of the year. And so you'll get lots of Jedi Academy. So if you're new, first of all, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. It's very important. If you like the content that we're doing, maybe check out becoming either a Patreon member. It's in the description. $5 a month can help support the channel and all the content that we're putting in here. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord, please do. Awesome place to meet awesome people and discuss the game and other games that we do here at RSG. So there's lots of good stuff there for you guys. So check that out. And also, you haven't checked out our Tiltify campaign. We, of course, we're raising money for the ACS like we do year round, and you can check that out as well. Now, if you're new to the show, it's pretty simple. We're here to answer your questions. All right, good old Maurice is here, and he's got his shirt on. Thank God for that. I didn't feel like eating chicken today. What's up, Gom?
Hey.
Yep. I heard about your last match there, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll redeem myself today. We're gonna try to redeem ourselves today. That last one was bad news bears.
Yeah.
But we'll try again.
Yeah. Did you see Arnold's fight, man? Did he pull that? Boy,
I'm fighting him. I'm fighting Arnold's last opponent today.
So. Are you? Okay. Oh, you guys were all you guys were all in the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, hopefully he loses, you guys can face one another.
At this point, I mean, I'd love for Arnold and Fatal to go undefeated, right? Represent the content creator community. So they both got a shot, so I'm pulling for him. But yes, I would love to fight him. But
yeah.
I'm probably going to lose today too. It's just nothing but the 10.2 million trees you got to climb through here. So
when are you doing your GAC?
Right after this.
Oh, I'll come hang out with you then. I got nothing else
I can't have you do a Jedi Academy by yourself, bro.
I do it all the time. Yeah, I do a lot of streams now by myself. It's like I enjoy being by myself, doing things by myself. It's all good. If people, if they can make it, they can make it. If they can't, they can't. I'm just going to rock and roll. But I appreciate you being on here. But yeah, I come hang out with you when you get done here. At least I can do for you, Gom, since you're always coming over here. Go over on your Operation Metaverse. Because I already did my GAC, so I got a complete FU defense. Oh, boy. Nothing like seeing Galactic Legends up the ass when you open up the GAC there, Gom.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Like, win or lose, I've learned more in the last 4 matches of this Grand Arena than I have in the previous 8 months of doing it, right? Like, just, there's glaring holes that I've realized that I have in my roster. I've made some, we'll call them mistakes. I've made some mistakes in terms of team comps that just leave certain teams open. Mm-hmm. When you're fighting the best after the best week after week, you're gonna get a lot better at the game. So I'm looking forward to that aspect of it. To improve my skills as a player. I'm pretty pumped. Yeah,
I mean, I can tell you, I've been in a dogfight every time because I've been facing people like with 1 million or 1.4 GP. Like it's just been these. It's either been the same level, like 8 million, right? 8.1, 8.2, I can handle that. Win those, right? The other ones that I've lost have all been like crazy 1.1, 1.2 million GP, difference where they just have more stuff to use against me, no matter what I said on defense. So, and the other thing too, they always had the extra GL and I didn't. So, I just got C unlocked last night. I just have to do his ultimate now. So those days are over, Gom.
That's the most important lesson that I've learned is these guys have so much depth. There's no board I can place that they can't clear, right? Like right. That's and what I've learned is, I usually I thought strategically split up teams to make it difficult across the board, and I was rarely getting cleared. But now these guys have so much depth. They'll just one shot everything for good banners and leave 2 teams, and they'll use 30 damn teams to get through it, and they will.
Right.
So like now I just have to focus on putting better, like stronger A plus like SS tier teams, and then some weaker ones. They're gonna 65 8 of the teams anyway. So you might as well just really shore up, 3 or 4 of your best teams. And that's the lesson I've learned the hard way last round.
The thing that I'm seeing is that I for the defense that I put down and the characters and tunes that I put down, it was just lacking that one thing, which is another GL, because I'm facing efficiency fighters and they don't put anything down. Or I get the person like last night who just did FU defense that I don't care, here, have all my GLs, like, oh, thanks for that. So I've come up with an evil plan, Gom. An evil plan to make life hell. But you're right. When you get up to that level, just, try to be clean and win, man. It's crazy, dude.
My opponent's actually in the chat, so there we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Dr. Paydan. Oh, well. My. Good luck to you both. Wishes to see crazy nonsense coming up here. So, all right. So if you're new to the Jedi Academy, welcome. See everybody in the chat slowly. Grab some coffee, or maybe it's later in the afternoon. You're over there in Europe, and you're grab a beer. So we sit here, over here in the U.S. in Boston, grab beer. Or alcohol, whatever it is that you need. I'm drinking coffee because it is too damn early in the morning. Good old delicious coffee brewed with real Chilean beans. So that being said, this is Jedi Academy. We do nothing but answer questions here, and it's real simple. If you have a question that you want to put into the chat and have us scoop up, I use Nightbot as a filtering tool, and I always use a filtering word. So I ask that you actually put the word question in front of your actual question statement. That way I can get it scooped up, and then we can rock and roll. So if you want me to answer your question, you got to follow that format. I won't see your question most likely if you don't do that. And we'll go here for about 2 hours and answer your questions, roughly about what we do every Jedi Academy. Sometimes we go longer. And there are times we've gone 3 hours and still didn't get to all the questions. Sometimes there's just a lot going on in the game. Right now, there's not a goddamn lot going on in the game right now, good old Marines. We've had no announcements through the holiday season, but that's kind of to be expected, right? They kind of chill out a little bit, and then all of a sudden we start getting stuff flying in at the end of January, February, March, that kind of stuff.
I personally think it's been good timing, right? Because like Grand Arena, and I consider myself competitive, right? I like to be competitive.
Sure.
The preparation I've had to put in for guys like Dr. Payton, like Pimpo, like Aesop Rock, like some of these guys I fought, it takes time. And if there were other things going on, then I probably wouldn't have time to prepare. So it's been a nice, the very first Grand Arena like this, the one where your crystal income's determined by your performance. I think it's been a nice timing for the first one.
Yeah, we needed a little bit of nonsense stuff going on because these matchups, we knew this was going to be the thing, and they've lived up to the billing, man. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, was it 9.4 million the other day, and I have is at 7.9. I was like, okay, this will be tough a little bit. So, but yeah, it has made me rethink a little bit, a few things of like teams and comps and strategies and what I'm working on. But I'm still working on the same stuff I was before. But yeah, it has been nice to, get comfortable with GAC. And then Conquest came back, and I got angry again, Gom. I'm like, oh my god, I have to deal with this damn thing again.
Yeah, but there's so many good guides out there. Like I know Tasknex posted one on his server, and I forget the name.
Oh, it's not hard. It's not that it's hard, right? I know what to do, like what teams and stuff. After the third time, just through muscle memory, it's like you kind of know what to do. But it's just, I'm lucky because I'd gotten the packs the first 2 times, right? That I only needed 50 or 70 shards of Dad Bod Boba Fett, right? Which meant if I just cleared and got to the 450 crate, I was done. So this has been a very chill Conquest. I'm not overly stressed about like how far I need to get, because once I clear Sector 5 today, which I should be able to, or most of it, I'll be right there, without even trying to have him unlocked. I think it's the people I'm trying to think of that are, maybe they're not buying the $9.99 pack, and they've been trying to eat the red crate every time, and the crystal refreshes and winning battles, and like they don't have like some of the GLs that we have, right? So I try to think of it from not our whaley ridiculous accounts, like Calvin. I just saw Calvin joined us. Calvin, how's Conquest going? How's it going there, buddy?
It's going good. I goofed up. I don't know if you guys remember this, but do you remember the first Conquest when they didn't make the dad bod Boba shards mandatory for you to pass through? So I got screwed on that. So
you talking about where they put like the 2 data discs? And I just like it was like all 3
Oh
in a row.
No!
Dad Bob was in the middle.
Oh yeah, like I didn't even look at him like, oh, they wouldn't make me do that, and then they did.
Oh no! I forgot about that.
So I've been getting max crate every time, but I don't buy the pass. So I'm only gonna get Dad Bob over the 4th month. But I was looking at it earlier. I'm like, it almost doesn't matter because from what I can tell, Dad Bod Boba's kit focuses around Fennec, and I'm not getting Fennec for months.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, if you don't have the gear ready for him, I mean, what's the point of let him sit there for a gear 11?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's
For
no
2
point
weeks.
stressing. Yeah.
I think I could gear him. Supposedly he's not that bad. It's more so just like I definitely don't have the omicrons to put on him, and I also don't have Fennec or like a team or a built around him. So
Sure.
I guess I'll get him in 4 months and I'll go from there. But yeah, Fennec's a pain, man, because I just got C, and she's a light side territory, or she's a light side nose, so she's got she's not even 4 stars.
Yeah, mine's 6, and I'm working her towards 7. So, but I'm still working. So I just got C done. I totally understand what you're saying, Calvin, because you get so. I've got one side of I've got the data pads. I got car techs of those going out of my ass for days. I don't have anything for shock prods. So I'm trying to unlock. I got to finish Dash and Talon to 7-star, and then get Kyle geared. He's gear 10 right now, so I can start getting Starkiller. I got a lot going on this month. I got Dad by Boba Fett coming. I'm about to finish Omega and Fennec, and then Starkiller's right around the corner. And I'm just looking at my gear because I just did see him. Like, I have nothing at this point in my life after 6 GLs and everything else. I literally have nothing. Salvage is gone. Those days when we had tens of thousands of things, those days are over. I am completely tapped. CG, I'm tapping out. Stop it, okay? Someone ring the bell. I can't do this anymore. Holy Christ. So brutal. But how's your GAC going, Calvin?
This week it's the first round was okay. I think it was actually the guy went efficiency and he was pretty good at it, so it was close. But we won the second match. I don't mean to be mean, but it's a joke. The guy has 6 GLs, took them all on offense, and couldn't clear 1 wall.
What?
I'm 90% sure that he just went and tried to solo a bunch of teams that are not soloable, and he's made 6 attacks and he stopped already. He's got like 112 banners, so this one is just a complete cakewalk.
Okay. So, what's your GP out now, Calvin? Because I know you're Kyber.
Oh, I bloated. I went full bloat. I'm 7.3 now.
You're what now?
7.3.
7.3, okay. I think you heard 1.3 billion or something. I was like, what the hell? Soka, did my super chat go through? No, I didn't see your super chat there, Meow Meow. Your Meowness, but if you just write what you want to write, you can put it in there. I'll still read it, Meow Meow. I didn't get a super chat, but that's okay, your Meowness. Okay, so you're going to be undefeated, but what Kyber are you? What league or division are you in?
I'm in K1.
You're in Kyber 1? Okay, you must be lower Kyber 1.
Yeah, I started in K2. I went 6-0 for the first 2 weeks, and that bumped me up into K1. And then ever since I've entered into K1, I've been fighting a mixture of people who are also defeated from K2, and then people who were from that. I think what was the lower starting range for K1 when it first started? Was it like 35-10 or something like that?
There was one in between that. There was, I think it was 38 something, and then there was one in between, and then there was the next one was 35, I believe. Because
I've been fighting all those 35 guys who have gone like 6-3.
Okay, and you're undefeated though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Oh, Christ.
The last match does look the current match I have is a cakewalk, but the last one is going to be a bit more challenging. There's another guy with 6 Galactic Legends, and he does have a million lifetime banner, so he knows what he's doing. And the other guy is the undefeated from K2, just like I am, and I think he still has 1 more Galactic Legend than me. I think he has 5. So the last match will be challenging no matter what.
Yeah. Ashfon, you winning your match, Ranger? I am right now. It was a full, complete FU defense. I mean, the South Zone had 4 GLs. The top one had Vader as the other GL with CLS, Omega, Qui-Gon, and Omega Zam bounty hunters and stuff. So I pretty much almost I just was like, okay, let me clear the north. We did, and I went down the south and I tried some fun stuff and got 2 of the 4 GLs out of there. So, you know, I almost pulled off the C Trooper team with it was C with the Revan combination. I was like, God damn, this is a real FU defense. He put Revan in with this stuff. I mean, he was not playing around. So I just don't see what he's going to have for offense for our defense. So I should get the win there, Ashfon. Yeah, stranger things have happened, right? But I'm going to be watching carefully because there should be no way with what he put on defense. There's no way. So not with our 2 GLs and other teams that we've got there. He just doesn't have it. So, all right. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. Conquest, GAC.
LSTB.
Yeah, we got Lightside TB. Trying to think anything.
There's a lot going on. Not a lot of new stuff. Like, I mean, this is the 3rd Conquest, so this is the boring one. This is the one where we already have it figured out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not that I don't have it figured out. I just look at some of those feats like, God damn it! If I have to kill one more team with bounty hunters, I'm going to throw something at somebody. But it is what it is. So, as I said, I'm not stressed. I got Dad Bod Boba Fett locked in. He's not a priority. Starkiller is for me and some other teams. So, I'll get him eventually squared away. But yeah. So, I guess that I just did see, and I'm a little tapped out at the moment. I'm like, God, I gotta finish it. I've got him to Relic 7, but I gotta get him to Relic 8, and I'm just like, oh God.
You guys remember when initially everyone thought Starkiller sucked?
Not this guy.
Moses.
Me and I like, and before he even got to GAC, I was with Playbook on Heinz's stream, and we and him were like telling everybody, look, y'all don't know what's about to happen. Starkiller's coming. And he's dope.
Yeah, like, remember that, I'm air quoting this, you guys can't see, but the leak post where everything like this, the Nihilist Ravager was coming out and it said Starkiller was underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Come on, bro, who's testing this? If that's actually a legitimate leak, then I'd like to see who's on the other side of that. That thought Starkiller was average. He's beating GLs. Yep. He's beating everything. There's 20 different characters and combinations you could use with him. He's just unbelievable. He's just the ultimate depth piece.
Yeah, you can put him down on defense as another GL, or keep him for offense as a GL killer. It's that stupid. And I think the team that I'm really, it's a combination, but I mean, Palpatine and Mara Jade with Starkiller visas, right? You can go. The 5th has kind of been either Kenobi or some other stuff, right? But that pretty much is the team. And I'm telling you, man, someone wants to go hard on defense, or he's really versatile. I mean, on defense or offense, you can use that character, and it's a pain in the ass. I actually went in there against it. I forgot about the 35 speed bonus, and I was like, oh Christ! I was like, damn it, I got smoked. I was like, God, there's so much of these kits. You forget one thing, you're like, oh no, oh God. All right,
we kind of saw it coming though, like that everybody thought he was going to be bad. Like the kit was way too nuanced for mods and team comp, etc. Like, there's no way people are just going to think he sucks because they're going to bring him out into some random battle, poorly modded in the wrong comp against Gas, lose, and say that he's terrible.
I know,
like,
but
there's no way that wasn't going to happen.
I mean, I tried. That's why I try to like tell people. I mean, I don't go into specifics, and so I mean, as the infamous beta tester, I can't really say anything until a character comes out. But once a character comes out, I can say stuff about it, right? Because it's okay, it's done. So we can say, well, when I was testing it, this is what I saw. Because at that point, the character is out. So I'm like, no, folks, Starkiller is sick. Trust me. I played around with that sucker for a long time. We had some fun with that dude. And let me tell you, he is dope as hell can be. And people were like, nah, he sucks. He looks underwhelming. I'm like, he's not. Maybe outside of GAC, he's a little underwhelming, but you can still do some fun stuff.
You can make that argument, yeah.
But in GAC, he's sick. And I was like, that's where you got to see. It's like the Talon argument. Talon's garbage. No, she's not. She's really good. You know, I don't know where you're using her, but I mean, she's... You know, you're not going to get that again, outside of GSC, you're not going to get the kind of damage, you know, that you're expecting, right? But it's the same thing they said about Omega. Boy, go ask Arnold what he thinks of Omega right now. She saved his ass. I mean, big time saved his ass on GAC the other day. So, you know, they're niche uses for these characters. And when you have to look at the totality of everything that they do, right? You just can't look at this or that and think, okay, well, this character sucks or this character is good. You gotta look at everything, and then once you get all the data, then you can make a really fair assessment of the character, you know? So, you know, it's sometimes I think we get in this community, we get too caught up saying this is the greatest character ever or this is the worst character ever. You know, so maybe there's something in between. Maybe they were just really good, and sometimes it can bleh, but sometimes they can be really good and stuff. And with the Omegas, or sorry, Omicrons and things of that nature coming out, it's a whole new world. So there you go. All right. Let's get the questions in. Remember, guys, if you want to ask this amazing panel about anything or myself, all you need to do is put the word question for your actual question statement. Get that in there, and then we will get it scooped up. Remember, I won't probably see your question because once I really start putting questions, I'm not really looking at chat. Kind of hard to do multiple things at once. Yes. And so there you go. Let's see here. All right, we got the questions ready to rock and roll. Gentlemen, are you ready for some questions?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gom, did you get some coffee? Get some juice or some moonshine, whatever you need to get your heart started there. I'm serious, guys. I'm just glad Gom was not naked on the stream. So I didn't see his tidy whities. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, not today.
Yeah, not today. Those are very rare moments. You just have to be a loyal fan of the show to see him do that. Although I've gone on his show and he flashed me those tidy whities at one time. I was like, God damn, Gom, really? All right, let's start with let's see here. Come on. Jason Krulik. I think you answered this already, but I'll answer it. Gom, when is Gom streaming?
About an hour and 15-ish minutes.
That's right. So you can go check that. And what channel would someone have to check you out on?
Operation Metaverse on Twitch.
That's right. That's right. Kitch, welcome to the show. This question: did you get Doja's hint that something is happening with DN soon? I didn't see this one.
I'm guessing they're talking about Darth Nihilus' Ravager or something.
I feel like you're getting set up for a D's Nuts joke.
Yeah, it says DN soon, so D's nuts soon. Possibly could be D's nuts, but he did capital DN, so it's possible.
It's a big D's nuts.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a thing. I don't know. I didn't see anything. What hints are we talking about here? Do you guys know what this is?
I haven't seen anything. If I had to guess, he's talking about Darth Nihilus' Ravager.
Well, yeah, but where was this hint at? That's what I'm really, like. Where?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing either.
Doja is around a lot, though. So.
Oh yeah.
It's very possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Herbert Fogan question: do we know anything new about the Qui-Gon nerf? I put it on him for the GAC that forgot to sign up. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's rough.
That's rough. I've got this amazing new omicron, and I didn't join. It's just it's messed up. Is that the what is it, the offense is basically being doubled or something like that, so they've got to go back in and correct the numbers on that.
I don't even really know what's wrong. Like I think, like I haven't seen any footage that doesn't like mathematically check out. Like
I don't know.
600% extra offense Anakin is gonna do close to 1 million damage if the the enemy team doesn't have any defense.
Right. Kitch confirmed it was not D's nuts, it was Darth Nihilus. So that's good. Keeping it clean.
Gotcha, Gom.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Kitch says in SWGOH Events Discord, Doja hinted about what's to come when he capitalized D and N.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a good bet then.
Well, if that's what they're saying, because sure in the hell
Probably got a counter to Executor finally.
I mean, I swear to Christ, guys, if we get another capital ship without ships, I'm gonna lose my. I'm gonna rant again. I've only ranted like once in like 2.5 years. Before I used to rant a lot, but Conquest made me rant. This is going to make me rant again. I'm going to be quite not happy. Seriously, another capital ship with no ships. What the hell are we doing? What is this? Oh my god. All right. I'm going to let Gom and Calvin just not answer that because that's awful. God. Oh, Christ.
I think one of the problems is like there aren't like most of the iconic ships are capital ships. Like they're obviously a huge like Slave One, the Millennium Falcon, but it's hard to like sell like a new ship that isn't the capital ship as the new meta or whatever.
See, it doesn't have to necessarily. I don't think for ships though. I think they're missing the mark here because adding ships, just the excitement of getting a bunch of ships might, especially for the people that love ships, would be just what it is. It doesn't have to be. Let's say we get Red 5, A Wing, and B Wing, right? The hype will be one for Red 5 because that is an iconic ship, but just the fact that we're getting these kind of ships and being able to round out, like say, a roster. Let's say tomorrow that they go, hey, we've got 3 new resistance ships coming out. One's a tank. Community's gonna be like, ha, huzzah, so you can get hype depending on how you market and how you bring it out. So being the old marketing major that I am, there's ways to manipulate that, you know what I'm saying? So just have to use good smart strategy on it. So but just I've said it a million times, ships are the redheaded stepchild of this game, and I can say that because I am a redheaded stepchild. So yeah, it's so Jekyll and Hyde, man. At one point, I think they're really going to start going in, but it's always been that way with ships ever since it launched. We get some stuff, then nothing for a long time. Then we get some stuff, and then nothing. It's like they can't make up their mind on ships, and that's sad because they have to make up their mind about ships. Now, I did see something that they had pushed back some of the releases of these ships that they've got coming because they were doing these characters and things. I'm cool with that, but you gotta have to step up, and you're gonna have to either do something with the game mode or just let it die and do something else, because this can't be this thing where it's like hype, and then nothing for 6 months. Hype, and then nothing. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm just at my wit's end about ships.
I just don't really care about ships.
I'm with you. How can you? Gom, I don't blame you. How can you care when they don't?
It's just, I really just don't care. It's just, I've got a very poor counter for Executor. I'm just going to roll with it.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right, next question from Keon. What's going on, Keon? This question, would you like to see CG bring back the older Conquest like a rerun?
The older Conquest.
I'm guessing it means like season 1 or season 2, like the one with the Soaker Mall.
As a rerun.
Doubtful. I think they're just going to continue to adapt. They'll figure out creative ways to continue to monetize it further, and so on and so forth. I think they will do some changes to where maybe it's not quite as tedious. I do think they've heard the cries of Ranger and the masses, right? How incredibly just boring and repetitive it can get.
Yes.
So I would look for it to continue to evolve, just like GCs. The Galactic challenges have evolved already. I think Conquest is evolving. This is only the
last one was fun.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
How many times did it take you guys to get through the Galactic Challenge one? This last Bounty Hunter Saga one.
I think 6.
I hope I didn't miss it. Hold on, is it still running?
Yeah, it's still running. You got like 2 more days.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't do it. I was like, uh-oh.
It doesn't matter what comp, what relic you have. If Dash uses his AoE to start, you insta lose.
Just restart.
You can't
back
win.
up. You just back the hell out and start again. Yeah, you got
R9 boss doesn't matter.
Yeah, just go in there. Just wait till he does, and then you want screw taunting with boss. Just get payout, because then you can disintegrate dash and then kill Chewie, and then you should be okay. But
Yeah.
oh, that was a tough one to deal with yesterday. Oh boy, I think it took me. I almost beat it on my 4th or 5th try, but then I just had bad RNG. And then I got, I think, on the 8th or 9th try. So it was a few runs there, which I didn't really mind that much. It was kind of nuts, but I was like, okay, I just got to figure it out and get a little bit lucky with RNG. So
the rest of them have been so wildly easy. Like, I cannot remember. I think the last time we had a difficult GC was something with Jawas months ago. Like, this is the first time that I ever felt they were challenging. And it does kind of suck that it is just RNG. Like, if Dash decides to use his stun move instead of his AoE, that's what you need to do. That's what needs to happen for you to win.
Right.
It's not this super special comp or this super special modding.
no, because I went in there with just like you did, Relic 7, Relic 8, and I was like, I got this. No, I don't. Oh boy. Oh, Dash is kicking my ass. And
I couldn't
dead.
beat tier 8 with the same exact comp if he AoEs.
Yeah, because Dash is sick. If he does his AoE as the AI, just like if you're playing him as a player character, you got a big advantage there. That's a nasty, nasty hit because it's a 3-hit. It does, debuffs. It does all that crazy stuff. It's a nasty.
Well, it's the turn meter train too.
Yeah,
he gives 15%. Turn meter. I think I got my math wrong there. 3 hits times 2 on 5 characters. 30%. Yeah, he gives 30% turn meter to his whole team, and then whenever they hit, they're also giving turn meter. So, yeah, if he opens up with his AoE, you're just fried. And I think that even translates to PvP.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the other thing about that comp for this challenge is that you got Han in there, and he gets to shoot first, and that's the thing that really makes it even worse. So, oh boy. Yeah,
you can't get ahead of them without a GL because I think Dash. Like their mods for them, if that's what you want to call it, they have Dash going at 350 speed. So you put in the shoot first that is getting 3 crits. He's going at like an active. It's something really stupid, like 380. Like you're not getting in front of him.
It's like we're playing Conquest and Galactic challenges there, Calvin.
Someone was like, new boss for Conquest incoming.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Do this match without any Jedi.
I know. You can't use any underlying Force user, Sith, or Jedi. Oh snap. Oh god. All right. Let's see here. Wolfeld, question. With CG acknowledging that Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron is not working properly, if it's not fixed before the next GAC, should they disable it or refund it? It is an unfair advantage if they don't. I don't know if it's an unfair advantage. I'm
Omicron
not having any.
Supposed to give you an unfair advantage.
Yeah, I've not had any problems with using
that was
bad.
His job.
I know, right? Yeah. I've not had any problems with Qui-Gon Jinn teams with Bad Batch. Right, and I know CLS can handle it too. It can get a little wonky with the RNG if you don't get certain stuns and stuff to land. But I've beat it every time with Bad Batch with Padme, and I know Omega makes it even easier to beat because of the additional damage that she will do, just like the team does. But I haven't had any really problems with it. I don't know if it'd be an unfair advantage. Let's say they don't fix it. Do we feel like that would be an unfair advantage if it wasn't done before the next GAC and then they got it finally fixed? What do you guys think?
What's broken about it?
I don't know. I know Anakin. Anakin. Anakin's going to Anakin. If he's in there. So I'm
not like arguing. I'm saying I don't have the Omicron, so I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with it. Like, are we beating it because it's not working properly, or is it too good because it's not working properly?
I don't know.
I honestly, I've not seen videos or what the idea is, and maybe someone can DM me or tell me why I'm wrong. People are pretty good at that. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't see what, like, obviously it's broken in the sense that it's very OP.
You're right.
I don't see how it doesn't match up to the wording. Like if you just do the math, like you have Cam on the team, you kill Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn had 300 speed. And then also got 10% offense from his health or whatever. And then you quadruple that. You put that on Anakin. Anakin gets 100 extra damage on his next attack because of his unique, and then he does his AoE and he crits it. Like that, you run the math on that, it's gonna do like 1,000,000 damage. It's not that is working out as intended as far as reading goes. But I don't know if it was too much for them, or they didn't like the fact that GLs were really stupid against it and sometimes would kill Qui-Gon first and then Anakin just rips them apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. They'll put out a post here. I mean, hopefully we'll start getting a lot of stuff coming in next week, and then we'll take from there. Hey, another person wants to know. Fee Artist says, question, when are you streaming today, Gom? Would you like to say it again?
About an hour and 9 minutes.
There you go.
It's different from last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, gotta keep people on their toes.
See, it's 9:36, an hour, and then carry the 5, and add pi. Okay, there we go. Yuta question, since Ranger leaked vehicles, do you have a guess when they are coming out? Just kidding, love you guys, keep being awesome. Yeah, I did not, no, get out of here, Yuta, how dare you. Oh god, alright, Calvin, Gom, hold on, here, we got Hellenix coming in, oh boy.
Cool.
Prepare ourselves. Alright, question for Ranger, I've got all GL Kenobi prerequisites done. Save for Django, he's at Relic 6, working on Relic 7. I guess I'll have my first GL soon, TM. Make me feel better about my decision. If you're getting GL Kenobi, that's called winning. I don't know what your... why would you not feel good about this decision? Am I missing something here?
Can you read the question again?
It says, it was for me, but he says, I've got GL Kenobi prerequisites done. Save for Django Fett, he's at Relic 6, working on Relic 7. I guess I'll have my first GL soon, TM. Make me feel better about my decision.
Oh, GL Kenobi?
Yeah.
Do you want to take it, Ranger, or can I rant?
Go for it.
Oh, he's the best Galactic Legend. He's the best character in the entire game. Like nothing even comes close. Well, Lord Vader can come close to him, but at the same time, his Rex are absolutely to die for. Like, he has 2 bad Rex, and the relic levels are all like super reasonable. If I could tell, if you have the resources, aka a 7-star Watt, Geo Kenobi should be everyone's like first goal, just because of how much he beats everything efficiently on offense, and even on defense, he's a pain in the butt. And
yeah, he's yeah. I mean, Kenobi is hands down the best GL. You know, not just for GAC, but for other game modes too. He's phenomenal. Everything. He's phenomenal in live side TB. He's phenomenal in the raids. He's just phenomenal in Conquest. I mean, you cannot go wrong with Jedi Master Kenobi. And then if you got Cat, but it's strange enough when we do Lord Vader counters, I don't use Cat on that team. It's Kenobi, Cam, Shock T, Snips, and General Kenobi, and we just go in there and kick the shit out of it. Doesn't matter what comp that's on that Vader team. And then I go use Cat with I used Cat with Bad Batch last night against the Qui-Gon Omicron. That was wonderful. She was like, hey, would you guys like an extra turn? I'm like, for Bad Batch? Yes, please. That'd be great. So, but no, that combination team. Now, Lord Vader is really good too. Problem with Lord Vader, he doesn't quite reach the level that Kenobi does, and his prerequisites are just,
they're good, but they're way too high.
You don't need an
R7.
That's being nice. That's being nice. Yeah, that's being super nice. They're poopy. That's why I would tell everybody Lord Vader's the last GL you should be going for. Depending on where you are with your account, if you're an older account, it's different if you're a newer account. But as you climb up GLs, I mean, Lord Vader, man, I'm telling you, good Lord in heaven, dude. That was absolutely crazy. Because you have to, first of all, the first thing you're going to run into is the Bad Batch. You have to get them up, and they're card tech farming crisis. Then once you do that, then all the gear that was required for them to get all the characters to Relic, and then the Relic levels themselves are just absolutely gross. And for what he does, I mean, Vader's awesome, but he's not Kenobi. And the prerequisites, I kind of tend to agree with a lot of people in the community that it's not worth what you have to spend for him. I mean, he's good, but I mean, if I have to give a choice between Kenobi and Lord Vader, I'm going to say Kenobi every time, hands down, no questions asked. Just too good. I mean,
well, that and Kenobi, what's so good about it, with the exception of maybe Cat, you have the full supporting cast already, to go with him. With Vader, you have to start relicking up Royal Guard, Stormtrooper. You've got to take other characters
Moff
up
Gideon,
that you might want to use. Yeah. I know a lot of the higher end guys are using TIE Fighter pilot. Now, while we have them at R5, you really need to amp up the relics because all these, the Kenobi and the Vader mechanics of mastery require, or they're better if you have the higher relic characters, right? So if you start throwing in R3, Shore Trooper, R5, TIE Fighter pilot, you're losing a lot of mastery stacking for those characters. So it's, you really want to get
especially Lord Vader.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's Lord Vader comes with an additional investment after you unlock him. So that is something to consider as well.
Yeah, the comp I've been using is Shore Trooper, Stormtrooper, Royal Guard crew with Lord Vader, just to make that team beefy as hell. Because you're trying to get Lord Vader, not to get his first ultimate, but his second ultimate. That's when he starts going ham, right? And those characters can take a lot of hit and damage to where he's getting that additional mastery. That's the thing about Lord Vader. If you're killing his characters around him on the team, like the person that used the comp they were using last night, they only had a Royal Guard as a tank, so I burned that thing down immediately. And then Maul and he had Darth Vader on the team. It's like, okay. Now, then by the time he got to his second ultimate, he had really no mastery to pull. So there's much to the madness. But yeah, Lord Vader. Now, Helenix has a specific question for both Gom and Calvin. He says, after finally unlocking my first GL Kenobi, I'm thinking of taking all my Sith to Relic 3. Is this in quotations, a good idea? Hashtag Helenix sucks.
Gom?
So he's going to unlock Kenobi and he wants to unlock his Sith?
Taking all my Sith to Relic 3.
I will say, personally, that's a lesson I learned. I don't really have the Sith Triumvirate. And it's hurting me because of it. Like, I'm having to put them on defense just because they're so worthless. Like, I can't beat R7 Mon Mothma teams and all these Super Dash teams with an R1 Nihilus, right? So it's I've just been putting them on defense, and they're not holding. They're not good on defense. It's just I don't have anywhere to use them.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Well, Gom, what you do is you throw Gideon on that team. I have 4-man with my Gear 12 Triumphant with Gideon all the time against those teams, whether it's Geos or Mon Mothma or any of those, the High Relic.
Yeah.
Because Gideon, if he's fast enough, will go first. You remove their turn meter, they get the debuff on him, and then the cool thing about that is when you're facing one of those kind of teams, you don't isolate. You just let them kill themselves. that's because they're not going to do any damage. Trey with her damage debuff and with Gideon, then yeah, that's why I was like, oh, even Padme. I'm like, oh, Padme. Now then I will isolate. It's like, well, hello, Padme. Let me just isolate you, and I'm going to annihilate you to death, and you can't do a damn thing to me. Oh, Anakin, you did your AoE? I'm sorry, you had the debuff. That didn't do a damn thing. But yeah, that's why I use Gideon on that team, because my Imperial Trooper team, with Piet and the boys, I'm okay. Skeleton question: any ideas for a non-GL counter for an Omicron Qui-Gon Jinn? Anakin, Jedi Revan, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda. Would Bad Batch actually work? Bad Batch works like a damn charm. That's one. Mara Jade,
Empire.
Emperor Palpatine. Yep. Palpatine, Mara Jade.
Fracture Jedi Anakin, kill Qui-Gon, call it a day.
Mm-hmm. It's not hard. Mara Jade gets in there, so you got to have her super fast, though, because you want her going first. Land those debuffs. You get in turn meter her and Palpatine. As soon as you get... once Anakin's fractured with that team, it's done. Like, the other characters aren't doing a damn thing.
That's a bad comp, too. By putting Jolie in there, they just neutered all of Jedi Anakin's bonus damage. Yeah, you can see CLS it as well.
Yeah. I mean, there are teams that we've used against it. As long as you can control it. Now, Bad Batch, if you don't get the stuns from, that many attempts on stun, then you're just hosed. I mean, there's not much you can do. But I run Padme with that team because with the extra protection and stuff, so it can take a hit. It can take a hit. Northern Border question: have you heard of teams speculated for Dad Bod Boba Fett? All I've seen is Boba Fett, Fennec, Bam, IG-11, Quill. I have not seen that comp, nor will I be using that comp. Let me throw these comp at you, Goto, Maurice, Calvin, because this is the comp I'm going to use, especially for GAC. TW is a different story, but we're not talking about TW, because you just need Dad Bod, Boba Fett, and Fennec. You definitely want Fennec because she gets the Bounty Hunter's Resolve, the bonuses because Dad Bod Boba Fett's in there. But you also want Zam. You're going to want our Omicron so they get the extra speed and stuff, that 60% and then the 5% and all that other goodies. Then you can run, I'm really thinking about this, Zam with Greedo and Dengar. Get all the bonuses, get all the thermals running around like a madman. But you could also, if you wanted to, you could go with some other bounty hunters. Because I'm not going to take apart my other bounty hunter team. Because I don't need to. It's already set. I already know how it works with Boss Lead and Boba Fett and Mando and Grief, but that's a comp I'm kind of thinking about using, is just make it thermals, lots of stealth, lots of bonuses, let them go ham, kick the crap out of stuff. Fennec will help you get into your payout immediately, so it's going to make that team gross. What do you guys think?
Oh, it just depends on how better. Like, I actually don't hate this this Boba Fennec BAM team. It's just how much better is that team than the normal band team, because the normal band team is still a pain in the butt. Like, it's still going to cost you something with good mods or something that you had to intentionally invest it in, and it can still go wrong. I think you can easily build 2 bounty hunter teams now with all the characters we have, but I would just suggest looking into probably just a scoundrel tank. Like, I don't know if he's the right choice, but maybe Zalbar or something like that as a 5th, because that's been the issue with building 2 bounty hunter teams up until now, is you really can't have a team without a tank unless your name is Imperial Troopers.
Yep. I agree. Someone brought this up, like, you could put Dash on that team. I was like,
And that just goes back to it. Like, is that team so much better than the Dash
prepared
smuggler team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I mean, we've seen what the Dash prepare team does. It's stupid. Go ask Arnold how that team goes. It's super fast, it's super hard, and it's super annoying because that prepared mechanic in GAC where they can't die if they have prepared. So it's like, oh boy, that's another little notch on the belt for that team. So absolutely, L3 could be a solid tank too, says Buzz. Oh yeah, I agree. All right. What else in 3 questions? Speaking of Lord Vader, why hasn't CG updated the AI for Lord Vader to prevent the SLKR zombie docket cheese like they did so quickly when it worked on GMK? I don't know. You think it's
that's
just
not an AI problem?
What is it?
It's a docket zombie problem.
Yeah.
Lord Vader can't ignore taunt zombie permataunts. That's the problem. JMK, it was arguably very stupid, because Kat could ignore taunt and she still chose to highlight zombie. This isn't. I don't know if there's an AI fix here. I mean, I think all they have to do is change his kit so that he can ignore taunt when he's in ultimate or something like that. Which that would really suck versus other counters too, though.
Yeah, but it's a oops, we shouldn't have ever made Night Sister zombie problem. Like, every 6 months there seems to be some sort of comp where Night Sister zombie is,
she is a problem.
They're part of tons of different raid teams. Every counter has had some sort of, like, you remember people used to run Kylo, Doc, and zombie on defense, and that was tough to handle at first. That's a zombie problem, and I think it will always be a problem. They tried to.
I mean, it wasn't even a problem dating back to the raid.
Right.
Yeah. This has been like I think they regret creating her character entirely.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they fixed it to where you can't really paper zombie anymore, right? Because that used to be a thing for you newer players. People just leave their zombie at gear 7 and just die over and over and over again. And Doc would
couldn't fracture. That was the issue. You couldn't fracture her because she would die.
Yeah.
So they fixed that, but still, it's always going to be an issue. If you guys are newer to the game, Night Sister Zombie and Daka are key pieces to your roster. It's the only characters I would really recommend ever kind of modding up to kind of cheese stuff with. I think they're going to be around.
It's unfortunate. Maul can if he's in there, but I'm not using, like, for me, I'm not using Maul on my Vader team. So I mean, that's a whole different team. But yeah, you're right.
I haven't lost against any Maul teams. Like, he gets the one hit when he has 5 stacks of whatchamacallit, he hits a scare, and then he has to hit zombie 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, my last match, he popped Daka with that, and then Vader dropped the dots, and then dropped this Culling Blade on Daka. She had 3 little hit points of health.
Oh
left,
no!
15 dots. I'm like, yep, Daka's gone. We lose.
Oh
so
no!
It can't go wrong.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. All right, guys. Got almost 70 people watching right now. Only 11 likes. Can we get a little bit more likes for the show? Just throwing that out there. You can give me a good like. Because we're reaching the top of the hour, I always like to just give a little update. Can we get to 20? Can we get to the magical bar of 2/3 of the viewers actually, or a third of the viewers hit the like button? That'd be nice. All right, let's see here. Next question. Epic Fail says, question, rank the omicrons, and should I add Zam even at low gear power, her omicron, even though she's gear 12 plus? What do you guys, well, let's start with that one. Zam's omicron, what are you guys' thoughts? If she says she's not relic, say she's like this one, gear 12. Is, in your opinion, Gom, Calvin, is the omicron worth it?
It's a tough one because the stats for her omicron stack off of her personal stats, right?
Yes.
So, and then she shares it. So if you got like a gear 11, 12 Zam, is it really going to do you that much good? You're basically putting omicron on for speed purposes, which I guess you could make an argument that's worth it.
Yeah, but, what if you're like your mid-tier player, like 5 million, 6 million GP?
I personally think it's the best Grand Arena one.
Okay.
Setting aside Starkiller, I'm assuming they don't have Starkiller, right? So
even more than
it's a little weird to rank him right now.
Yeah. Other than he's dope.
I would say it's the best.
Over
That's
Qui-Gon.
my personal opinion, though.
Over Qui-Gon's.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you say that? Why do you think it's better than Qui-Gon's?
It's a unique. And it's flexible. Like you don't have to. You can use a variety of teams. We just talked about the bounty hunter depth. How you can make 2 teams, so you can make any team with her. She enhances all the bounty hunter teams, and just speed.
Yep.
So,
all right, Calvin, do you agree or disagree?
For the most part, if you can get, in my opinion, if you can get Zam to 300 speed, regardless of the gear level she is, put it on. If you can't, if you're just putting a Omicron in like a 240 Zam. You're not changing the counter that your opponent is going to take against it. Like they're still going to be able to JTR or Trooper or whatever your boss or your Django team. If you don't actually get the team in front, I've faced 2 opponents so far that both have the Zam Omicron, but had her at 270 speed, and it literally made no difference. Like it was a wasted material.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would put her second best. Though I originally considered her the best, specifically for the reasons that Gom said, that it's a unique, it's going to last longest. But I have been very, very pleasantly surprised with Qui-Gon Jinn on offense. With just Jedi Anakin and Scrub GR, the AI is terrible, and that team can beat so much stuff.
Yeah. All right. So if we had to rank Omicrons, it's hard to rank them because some are for TW, a couple are for TB. But
all of them would be very difficult because there's 20 now.
So which ones are for GAC? We know Zam, we know Qui-Gon. Who else? Rose,
Dash,
Talon,
Chief Chirpa.
I think those are the only ones.
It's like Chirpa. I haven't encountered one, and I sure as hell don't have it. So there's no way I could give like a.
I can't either on that.
One of the
on paper, right?
One of the guys in my server, he has Heart 8 Ewoks, and this isn't like
horrible.
This isn't a 10 million account.
This is a
a 6 million account. He has it, and he's beating stuff that he wasn't before with it. Like he's beating BAM. He's beating I want to say CLS, but I think that might have been beforehand. So it is good, but I mean you have to have the investment in the Ewoks for it to be good.
Right.
There's a guy in my guild, cleverly called. His name is Ewok Spy. He's having a lot of fun and success with him offensively, beating teams like that, like you just mentioned.
Sure.
So it's if you have them, I mean, if you've already gone down the Ewok rabbit hole, I mean, there's no sense in stopping now. You know what I mean? So
I 100% agree. If you put the investment, keep going.
No, I agree. Rose is actually pretty solid. She helps. She doesn't hinder. All the Omicrons do, but actually, I think Rose is okay.
It makes her better, but I would still rank it last. Like I think
it's at the lower end. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. But these other ones, yeah, we're not including Starkiller because that just speaks for itself. I'm trying to think anything else. The rest are TW and TB. So, I mean, I think Talons is really good, but it's not necessary. It's just nice in my opinion.
It seems to be more luxury. I would rank Dash as third. If you have that
if you're
squad,
thinking about it, that team is so
it
gross.
slaps so hard.
Yeah, it hits hard, dude. Dash goes, you're in trouble. Like, you are in big, big trouble. And they've got prepared. My God. I mean, oh my God, that team hits so hard. It's stupid. Okay. Now, again, this is the Jedi Academy, guys. The way it works, if you guys have a question that you want us to ask us, all you need to do is put your question in the chat. Make sure you put the word question for your actual question statement. Remember, we only go for 2 hours, so if you want to get your question in, now is the time, and we will get those scooped up and get those read. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, check out our Tiltify campaign, Patreon, Breakfast Cereals, and all the other jazz. There we go. I got my spiel out for the top of the hour. All right. Before we get to the next question, it just made me think, after seeing the 4 new characters, not including Starkiller, where would you rank them? Kyle, Talon, Mara Jade, and Dash Randaris.
If you asked me before this Grand Arena started, I would have said Mara, Kyle, Dash, but now I think Dash and Mara are like 1A and 1B.
Gotcha.
Like, then Talon's not sexy, but she's really, really good. So like she just kind of like the R2 of the Sith, right? So she's pretty good in that regard. And then Kyle's probably, I guess Kyle's third, Talon's fourth, I guess.
Okay. What do you think, Calvin?
Unfortunately, I would put Talon fourth as well. Like her kit looks really, really good, but it's just like I can imagine like 2 scenarios in the entire game where that actually changes the outcome, and that's ultimately what it's about. I still really like Kyle Katarn. I think I'm going to put him first just because he immediately changes what the Mon Mothma team can and can't do.
Right.
I think I'll put Dash second. The only reason he goes second after Kyle is just because the team is a lot more niche. Like, a lot of people don't have YOLO built up. If you do, he's arguably better than Kyle Katarn. But I put him second for that reason. Mara goes third. I think part of the reason why I haven't been wowed by her is because I don't have Starkiller. So, like the EP Vader Thrawn team, like I don't really know of a counter that you add Mara to that, and then they just win. I've heard things about JML. I haven't seen it. But at the same time, if I had Starkiller, I would be either using Mara or Vader with Starkiller, and then the Palpatine team changes. So.
The problem, she essentially does the same thing Darth Vader already does under Lord Vader.
Exactly.
Or Palpatine, right? So it's the same thing, just a little bit faster, which is a big commitment. If you don't have Lord Vader or some of these other teams where you can put Darth Vader, there's really no need for her.
So I would rank her third,
okay.
just because of that.
Yeah. What level's your Mara Jade?
All of mine are 3-star gear 11.
Okay, so yeah. At Relic 5, 360 speed, she's really sick. She is so gross, dude. So okay, interesting perspective. I like that. Speaking of interesting perspectives, look at this player coming out of nowhere. And see, this guy says, "So well, before you were born, it's Warrior from Warrior Presents."
What is going on?
What the hell's going on with you, man? Happy New Year. Talk about
Happy New Year.
How's things been going with you, bud?
Excellent. Just getting curb stomped by teams in Grand Arena Championships.
Yeah, I saw that. You went 3-0, then oh boy.
No, I went 6-0. I went 6-0, and then last round everyone had Starkiller, and they're putting the EP Starkiller Mara on defense, and I always said such a tough defense, and there's nothing unless you take a GL. Basically, the only thing that kills that is a full-blown first order SLKR team, and I normally use that in a different fashion. And they're setting that plus EP a lot of time, or C a lot of times. So you have to choose which one you would slicker. And if you keep C for C, then they set themselves an easy raid team and keep a really strong raid. I don't know. I keep getting outmanned because of that, and it's frustrating. And people are seeing that, and now they're setting it from the back road. Now they're setting it to the front road to just totally F me. So I'm like, this is awesome. I'm even single shotting the bounty hunter shots, which I was pretty lucky. And and it doesn't matter because you can clear the top all day long, but if you can't clear the bottom, you're just up S Creek. So yeah, I went 6-0 and then won my 7th one, and then I've gone 4 in a row negative. I've lost 4 in a row because that damn team, there's not enough data and not enough skill, the theory crafting that's capable. And this last guy had all 3 omicrons all invested into him, so he was obviously
dope.
Yeah.
I tried to warn people, Warrior. I did. I was thinking like he's really, really good. I was even telling the comp, I'm like, this is the comp a month ago. Somebody came out like, this is what you need to look out for. And everyone was like, nah, Ranger, he looks stupid. He looks weak. I'm like, no. Well, don't take my word for it. Listen to Playbook.
People think he should be in a specific comp that doesn't include EP because EP with Mara is so good on her own. But
sure.
That turn meter train
is gross.
With all the extra basics, then him assisting on basic, gets him to his ultimate so fast, and you'd never get to take a turn. It is stupid.
Yeah, it's a sick ass
Galactic level, Galactic Legend, and it's actually I took a Galactic Legend against it and got my ass handed to me, and I didn't even scratch them because when he pulls the ship down, they all get 100% health and protection. Yep. So I had one hit, and they didn't even have a scratch. It was awesome.
And you were using SLKR versus that?
No, if I would have won, but I was using JML with pass the coin kind of thing because there's a lot of extra turn meter there, and that was what I had, not even close.
All right. So overall, we haven't talked to you in a while, Warrior. Like, how are you liking the changes to GAC, man? I haven't heard your viewpoints on this.
I mean, it is what it is. You win, you climb, you lose, you go down. I suppose it'll pair you up with people of more like mind. So, give it time. It's going to become more perfected. And, it's fine as long as I stay over 3,500. I stay in Kyber 1, which means I get 260 crystals a day. We still have ship crystals for now. So I'm getting, 700-ish crystals a day. When I was getting about 1,000, so I've lost about 300. But if you win, you get 900, which is 3 days worth. Mm-hmm. If you lose, you get 200, which sucks, but whatever. So I'm getting slightly less crystal income than I was. But if you win one, lose one, win one, lose one, you'll stay in the same ranking, and you'll get 900 or 1,100 crystals in that week. So. It's fine.
Plus the addition,
what it is. I think it's more fair because if you suck, you keep going down. Like I am right now. I'm in a free fall with the 4 losses in a row, and now this will be probably my 5th. So, or no, this is my 4th. But it's fine because the next people I face will be more appropriate. Hopefully, none of them have Starkiller like me.
Gotcha. All right. All right, let's see. Let's get some more questions here. Conquest, you still loving Conquest, Warrior?
I don't know. Conquest relationship. This is the 3rd one with the same setup. So 4 days in, and I'm at like 550. I think I just need to clean up a few. So I master it down. The first time it took me all 14 days. The second time it took me like 10 days, and this time it's taken me like 6. So It gets better and better. But it's really a necessary evil. I'm not enjoying it like I did back in the day. But there are moments where you're playing and you're just like, this is so fun because the cards make it to where you're able to just decimate a team that without those cards you wouldn't be able to. So it's an interesting concept, fun, but it is a necessary evil and kind of becomes a grind because they've made it that way.
Yeah, agree. All right, Noel says, question, Hellenic was trolling you. I can see his roster. He's unlocked Executor. Hellenic, you son of a bitch. What else? 3 question. Will we get new additions to Starkiller team this year to make him even more crazy? What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to get some more additional Starkiller game characters this year? We haven't really speculated. 2022. I mean, what characters, comps do you think's coming soon, or what do you think's going to come this year? We'll start with Gom. Work our way around. Gom, any ideas, thoughts?
I don't think they're going to necessarily add character specifically for Starkiller. I mean, my personal opinion, I think they're kind of done with the legend stuff. I think that was
for now. Yeah, I kind of get this feeling too.
But what they've done is now they've allowed themselves to introduce new underlying force user tags to maybe characters that are quote supposed to go on other teams with some flexibility. So I think the long concern was Visas Mara has no tag. Visas Mara has no tag. She sucks. But now they're kind of making the unaligned force user a thing. So and he goes with them. So I think it's really cool that he gives all these bonuses from a unique perspective, just opening up, the cupboard for any sort of leadership you want to run. So I think he's a great addition to the game that everyone's going to have eventually, right? Everyone will get an opportunity one day to get him. And I think you're going to be pleasantly pleased, surprised when you do it. He's very, very good.
All right. So what do you think is coming down the pike?
And that's for you lore masters to discuss. I just I couldn't give you any specifics.
Well, here's the interesting thing that someone brought up. Not spoiling anything with Dad Bod Boba Fett, but they have expanded upon the Tuskens, right? They do bring a lot of characters from those shows. We do have a lot of shows this year too. I think Tuskens might finally get some love. What do you think, good old Maurice?
Perhaps, and I think maybe. I don't know where this season's going to go for Book of Boba. I don't know what the next season of Mandalorian is going to go, but I do think at some point we'll meet our 5th Imperial remnants along the story line, maybe.
Sure.
So that's a possibility. We could fill that team out, which would be good.
Jason Sudeikis, Scout Trooper.
Yes, takes his helmet off in the screen. It's Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
All right, Calvin, what do you think's coming down the pipe, or what are you hoping for this year?
To respond to the initial question, I don't think they're going to specifically launch new characters for Starkiller. Like Gam was saying, like we might find different ways to swap some in or out, or they might give the tag to another character and we use that. But I don't think that's going to be their focus. I think we are. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think we're probably due for Galactic Legends, at least for an announcement within the next 2 months. They don't have to actually hit the game, but announce it and then start working out the Rex for whatever it is. But I really, like, again, without spoiling it, there's one really, really good character that I want to see from Book of Boba Fett. I won't spoil it, but they're definitely, it would be so cool. But there's definitely huge potential to rework, essentially do to the Tuskens what they did to the Geonosians. The Geonosians were kind of this ragtag group of misfits, and they brought in GBA, gave everyone little reworks, and the team became like a top 5 team at the time.
Yeah.
I think they could easily do that with Tuskens, rework the 3 that we have, bring in 2 new ones with the new leader ability, and that faction can essentially be functional. I would very much like to see that.
Yeah. I've enjoyed the Book of Boba. We got a lot of shows coming out this year. Holy moly!
Yeah, there's some really good character potential in Book of Boba.
Yes, very much so. What do you think, Warrior, about Starkiller, and what do you think's coming down the pike, or what do you think's happening in the next few months?
I'm a realist. After seeing what they do in the past with they're like a shipload of content and they bring in 1 ship, or we're going to do this.
It was
faction
2,
right, and then they bring in like 3 filler characters. You're like, what?
They actually didn't say that either.
Yeah,
they said shipload of changes. Yeah. There was no the word content was never
shipload of changes. Yeah.
Well,
anyway, long story short, they get lazy with faction stuff. A lot of times they'll bring in 2 amazing characters, and then they kind of like, oh, we'll just use these other characters that we have. And it's like, well, those aren't really ideal. And they're like, well, deal with it. So I think that that's going to probably happen here. I think the Book of Boba Fett ship is sailing until the end of next year, because they want to start focusing on other stuff. And so I think they're just going to literally take the 3 Tuskens that are in the game and basically rework them. It'll be Fennec Shand, Boba Fett, and 3 Tuskens. And I think that's how they're going to build that team out, with the ability to move in other characters, move out other characters. It's going to force everyone to get those Tuskens. By the way, if you look at the Tusken faction, there is a move to get 100% turn meter and speed up for 3 turns. There's removing turn meter. I mean, there's a lot of turn meter manipulation in that without any reworks. Is if their damage was cranked, they'd be taking a ton of turns, just like in Conquest. So if they made them more Conquest-like, they work under Boba Fett, and then he could work with other, scoundrel bounty hunters, that kind of thing. But I don't know. As far as other characters, I think they're going to go focus on reworks. I think they're going to go into Imperial Troopers, Imperial Remnant type thing over the next couple months. I think in March, they're going to focus on some Sith rework stuff to try and kind of touch up those factions. I think they're going to spend a lot of time reworking factions while they kind of fine-tune this Conquest and fine-tune the Grand Arena, because right now Grand Arena, and I think they're going to focus on trying to get rid of crystals and ships in the next 6 months too, and then increase the crystal output in the Grand Arena.
Okay.
Yeah, to really kill ships. So
right.
That's my thought.
I like it. Kate Gaming, the world famous Kate Gaming, is gracing us with her presence. Good morning, Kate.
Morning, guys.
Did you just wake up? Did you get some screaming?
No, I actually went like grocery shopping and everything, and
wow!
Now I'm finally having my morning tea because I was out of tea. So
tea.
I can have it.
Yeah, tea. You gotta have. So now that you've been to the store to purchase that tea, you can enjoy a good cup of tea.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. That's all. What kind of tea are we drinking, Kate?
Earl Grey today.
Or a little bit of Earl Grey, a little Jean-Luc Picard action. I like it. Respect. So we'll ask Kate this question. Then I see the Country Vikings joining us too. We got BCM joining us. So Kate, do you think we're getting more additions to Starkiller? And then what do you think is coming down the pike for this first part of the year?
Additions to Starkiller, no, but I can see them doing like similar stuff in the future. Because I mean, I think you guys were saying, I don't actually know. I was unbagging groceries and all that. I don't think we're going to get any additions to Starkiller, but I think it's always possible we could always get like another Starkiller like character, and then the setup. I think we'll get another character with the same setup.
Okay.
Don't think they'll add to Starkiller. So.
All right. And do you think what do you think's coming down the pipe outside of that for this first couple of months for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes?
I mean, we're probably going to get characters from Book of Boba Fett.
Okay. So
I mean, it's just that's how it goes. When the new show or movie comes out, we get the characters from it. Like we have Fennec, we have Dead Bod Boba. So it's only 2. We're bound to get more, I feel like, at least. But then again, they do have a lot of shows coming out. Like, is Kenobi this year, or they moved that to 23?
I think this year, isn't it? Kenobi and Ahsoka are this year. I think the other ones were pushed back, right? Or
I'm sure
I think Cassie maybe this year too. I don't know. I don't have a schedule for
We're getting characters from whatever shows and all that are coming out. Okay. That's pretty much it.
All right, BCM, you want to jump in on this question there, you sneaky country Viking, you?
I found the link.
Ha ha! It's there every Saturday. I post the Zoom, and I post that we're streaming.
Yeah. I would say as far as Starkiller, probably not. I kind of agree with the panel on that one. And yeah, as far as the shows go, I can see them, because they've opened the door for Legends to do more of that kind of stuff, which is nice. But yeah, with all the shows coming, I can see them doing a couple others later on.
Sure.
But yeah, as far as specifically the Starkiller team, I agree with the panel. I don't think they're going to be adding anything.
Okay. Do you think we'll get any more Legends characters this year, panel?
I would like to think so.
Yes.
I can see it. As well as Starkiller went over monetization-wise, I think between the next lull between like 2 shows or 2 Galactic Legends or whatever, easily. They could just do what they just did. Release 4, make it super pay-to-play.
Yeah.
The bigger question, I think, is do you think they're going to keep like the same cadence with the Galactic Legends and then add like the Legends characters in between, or do you think a Legend character could like replace, like maybe 2 Legends characters replace 1 GL?
I know.
That makes sense.
What does everybody think? Good question from Kate Gaming. You stunned the panel there, Kate.
That's what I think they're going to do. Is do touch-ups this year on Legends like CLS, and the Imperial Troopers, I think, would get a Legends or Imperial Remnant, someone. I think they're going to take all those factions that used to be like solid B pluses that are now slowly falling into the B minus C plus category, and touch them up with reworks or maybe 1 single character to try to bring them back up into like
relevance.
certain, but specific for Grand Arena only, or for that's the future, unfortunately. So it's all going to be about omicrons, and CLS when he has his omicron in Territory Wars, has some crazy ass stuff, which makes him amazing, GL level, but only in that range. So I think they're going to touch up a bunch of factions and try to level the playing field, so to speak. They're constantly worried about balance, and they've done a pretty good job, but some of those teams just naturally
they fall the wayside. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, because they just don't. If you don't rework the kit and you add all these crazy kits, it's like why a lot of the Jedi just until Qui-Gon came out, they were kind of poopy. I mean, they just didn't do anything. They can't with some of these upper echelon teams and kits that they put out there. Okay. Let's see here. Well, Ori says, how bad will the Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron nerf be? We don't know yet, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Anybody think it's going to be horrendous?
I don't think it'll be that bad. I mean, right now you can beat it with certain teams as long as you lock down Anakin, and that's the biggest issue. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think they're going to, I think it'll be like just a point percentage change, but it's still going to hit like a truck.
Yes.
Wait, so why are they nerfing it?
It's not working the way it's supposed to.
So how is it supposed to work?
Well, they're getting additional damage from it, so they need to take the additional damage from it with the percentage.
Oh.
Instead of 400%, they're getting 800% offense or something.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yes, it is. That's why you use Bad Batch, and hopefully this sends land. Helenix says, this is a serious question for Warrior. So this is a serious question, Warrior. It says, what team is the best for Oh, for Christ's sakes. You and your Kenobi stuff today, Helenix. All right. It says, what team is best for GL Kenobi? If you don't have Commander Ahsoka Tano yet. Also, glad to have you on Jedi Academy, sir. I miss hearing Warrior's wisdom. Yes, the stories from Warriors in his previous lives are always the best.
Story time.
Story time.
Yep, story time. I gotta turn your hat backwards. What I did in Arena when I didn't have her, I had the standard team comp, which was him, Ahsoka, GK, the other GK, so you have double him. And then I would put in. You can either put in Cam or you can put in Gas, but I prefer Gas. His damage really starts to ramp up and get into the 150,000s and stuff near the end, and those are much bigger hits. But I just prefer his double hit over the Cam's hit. The fifth person can be either C-3PO, because the confusion and stuff can really help shut down the buffs and stuff on the other team, especially when he's called to assist so much. And so that really helps kind of slow the other team down, if you will. The other thing that you can put in there is Shaak Ti. She constantly is dispelling everything on the opposing team when she's called to assist, and she's constantly putting offense up, so everybody on your team is hitting harder. So a solid Shaak Ti or a solid C-3PO, and I would have them high relic levels. The higher the relic level on Shaak Ti, the more people she dodges, because she gets insane dodge at relic, above relic 5. People just whiffing all the time trying to hit her. So definitely high relic levels.
Yeah, and Helen, seriously, I mean, the team that I use against Lord Vader, so I don't care what the comp is it's General. I don't have Cat on there. It's General Master Kenobi with Cam, Shaak Ti, Snips, and GK, and Rex it. I mean, it'll wreck a lot of stuff, but yeah, good calls. Just another team that's what we use against Lord Vader. Like, oh, Lord Vader, let me introduce you to my team, and it just destroys it. I get max banish with it too, so.
Sadly, Lord Vader is like the newest, greatest GL, and he's one of the worst. Everyone sets him pretty much on defense, because on offense he can lose, which is not cool, and then on defense almost everything can beat it. And when that's really sad, when you bring into this new Legends only, character that's like bringing down ships, destroying GL, and it's like I'm really sad that I went for Lord Vader and not this dude. I don't know.
It's hindsight's 2020, my friend. Durgan Gergen says, question for Kate. I'm sorry, Kate. It's Durgan Gergen.
Oh God.
He hadn't said a damn thing until you popped on. He was just lurking, and then Kate jumped in, and Gergen has to say something. This is for Kate. If they were to release more Tuskens, do you think they will release them in a single file to hide their numbers? Kate, do with it what you will with that stupidity.
Durgan. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, have you recovered from the Santa Durgan fiasco that was?
There's no recovering from that.
Does anyone really recover from Santa Durgan?
Exactly.
This one was awful. He just had a fig leaf and a Santa hat.
Oh, it was terrible.
God. I just remember, if you guys haven't seen that, all you saw every time Durgan would get near Kate, she would just literally commit suicide with her character. She would just jump off the ledge constantly. You just hear Kate like, nope. Durgan's like, come here, Kate. Let's use the buddy system. She's like, no, sir. And just jumped off. Just killed herself over and over again. She'd be like halfway through the course. Durgan's like, oh, here, let me come help you. She's like, nope, just jumped off and killed herself. It was awful. Oh, no. All right. Graham says, question, how about now? How about now? How about now, Graham? What's going on, buddy? Let's see. Neil Venom 2 says, question, why is the panel so wrong about Starkiller? CG would be stupid not to capitalize on a Starkiller team. There's the Rogue Shadow, Geno Eclipse, and Jedi Master Ram Koda, just to name a few. It's not that we don't think that those characters may never come in. We just don't think they're coming in anytime soon. I think you misunderstand what the panel's saying. Unless I'm misquoting here. I mean, I asked, do you think we're going to get any more characters? You know, I kind of phrase it like soon. Do we get any more for Starkiller? I don't think they are, right? We just had the Legends to get Starkiller, but I don't think we're getting any of the other characters to round out a Starkiller team anytime soon. Did I miss... I think I conveyed that pretty well.
They very clearly made this kit work with what was already in game. Like,
right.
Don't tell me they didn't think about Visas, and then that was supposed to be Juno Eclipse. Like, it's... Again, they can in the future, but I don't think they're going to do it now.
Yeah.
They left the door open, but I think their question was for, like, near term or, like, 2022.
I don't see it in the next year, and the other answer is because CG. They do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we had, how long had we had the Triumvirate, and that team still isn't fleshed out. We have only 3 Tuscans. That team's not fleshed out. We've got 4,
I don't think that was supposed to be a team.
Right, but we got we have 4 Imperial Remnants. We don't have the rest of that team. I mean, there's so much in this game that is not complete. The
reason for that is their calendar is so packed with things they have to do and timelines they have to meet that they're like, we want to do all this stuff. They have a lot of great ideas about a specific faction or whatever. They're like, oh, we could do all this stuff. And they're like, well, let's put a few things to the meat and potatoes and let's do it. And so they start working on it. And by the time they're like completed with that, they're like, we ran out of time. You know what? We'll just like rework this character and it'll work. And then we got to move on to the next project. And the problem is they are literally because, you know, EA overlooks, Disney overlooks. There's a lot of hands in that pot, and there's people saying, you know, it's done, guys. You know, we're moving on. This is the next project. Where are you at with it? And they have to kind of leave it alone. That's why I said they're going to do just Tusken reworks and throw it in, because the Book of Boba Fett ship has sailed in their calendar timeline. I guarantee it, and they're already looking at the next 2 projects over the next 6 months that they have to work on. And so they're just going to be like, well, screw it. We'll do this character or that character. We'll do some reworks. We'll call it good. Maybe an Omicron. And you know, and so that's what you're going to see. And it's not because they want to be jerks or run out of time. It's just they're very timeline driven, and they can't ever get what they want into the timeline they're given. And then it takes them a year or 2 to revisit that if they even can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
that's why we never got Hondo in the Mace rework. They had a specific timeline to hit Clone Wars content, and they ran out.
Yeah. Kate, what were you going to say?
The big thing with when they announced kind of right around the time, maybe a little bit before they announced like Starkiller and all those characters, their big thing was we want to bring up the squads that are like the BC team squads. That was the main point of that. That's looking at all the characters. It's utilizing characters that just aren't at the level anymore that they used to be.
Right.
So that was the main point of Starkiller, Mara, Talon, Kyle Dash. That was the main point of it.
Kate, how happy that Mara and Darth Talon are in the game?
I am so happy.
And do you know how hard it was for me not to just give you any hints whatsoever? Because I know when you told me those are your favorite characters, I'm like, go on.
You asked me, I want to say it wasn't even like a month before they announced it. You're like, oh, you had who would you want to come to the game? Like, I think it was a Jedi Academy, and I think it was a question. I'm like, Mara and Talon. Yep.
I was like, okay.
You're probably sitting there like, I know something you don't know.
It did. It broke my heart not to be able to say a word to you, Kate, but I'm glad you I'm sure you enjoyed the surprise of it. Wait a minute.
And I want to say, when they did announce it and they put out I think it was like a post about I don't remember what it was. Whenever they announced Mara or Talon or one of them, like either you or Thane was like, oh, you're gonna come join us, like, oh, we're gonna talk about like whatever they announced. I'm like, I can't right now, I'm busy. Like I was doing something and it was one of them and I was like, they probably just wanted my reaction to them.
Yes. Actually, I did the kit reveal for Talon, so we were trying to see if you want to. We posted to do a live stream and see your reaction to it. So, all right, let's see. Wait a minute. Who else joined us? Oh, hell no. Hell effing no. Hell no, Grande. We're trying to do a Jedi Academy. I cannot put up with your nonsense right now.
I'm glad you're here, Grande.
Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm here too.
No.
What's happening?
I don't know. What is happening, Grande?
I'm driving to work, and I was like, I think Ranger and the crew.
Nobody thought that.
So let me just bust in and say hello.
Nobody was sitting there like, where's Grande?
I was.
Oh, come on.
Kate, you're just being honest. Don't say that, Kate. Yes, because he'll never leave, and I can't get rid of him.
I will still never forget, like, we were playing Phasma with, it was like my first time playing Phasma with Finn and all them, and Grande's just there, like, cracking jokes. And Finn's like, we're trying to hunt ghosts.
I am the court jester. That is my sole purpose now, is just to, like, make a dad joke out of everything. I mean, that's what I do in real life.
Whether we want to hear it or not, he's going to do it.
Whether you want to hear it or not.
He'll even ask me, he's like, Ranger, you want to hear it? Like, no, I don't want to hear that. And then the next thing I know, I'm hearing it. So, Christ. All right, let's see how this plays out. I'm nervous. All right, let's see. Wait, did we lose somebody? Who did we lose? Someone was here, then they disappeared. Oh, never mind. Neo Venom, question for Ranger. If 5 fur-covered, 7-foot tall plus humanoid creatures walk to the bar, what happens? Someone's getting their arms ripped off. That's all I got to say. Question, Utah. Question for Kate. Speaking of Santa Durgan, have you checked out the new sound bits? Oh, you haven't checked out the new sound bits?
I haven't.
Yeah, they're in there. Yeah, God bless you.
It was from that stream too, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure was. Yeah. Yeah. Ashvon, question, Ranger, are you winning your GC matches? So maybe this time they'll pair us up. Well, I don't know, because still a 25% chance. Even if we both win, there's 4 winners of the second round. If I do win, I am winning right now. We did get the FU defense, so I mean FU defense. Kate, did you do your GAC?
No.
Okay.
You're lucky I did the last one.
Oh well, I mean, just throwing it out there, you know.
No, I haven't done it yet. Okay. I set my defenses like less than an hour left. I was just like, okay.
All right, let me see. XO, of course. Question, how's business? Christ. What else did the question? Where's Grande?
Business is good. Business is always good.
What?
You know, we've got plenty of wooden nickels and baseball tokens to hand out for the new year. Yeah, business is epic. Oh man,
I feel like this is a bad form of Jeopardy. Good Lord.
Hi, Grande.
Yeah, just
happening. How are you?
Oh God, here we go.
Hello.
Yeah, Gom. Just don't encourage him. He'll start doing dad jokes, and then we won't even get to any SWGOH questions. I'm serious.
Guys, I've got to peel off and start getting ready to go here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys as always for having me.
Good luck, Gom.
Yeah, good luck, Gom. May the force be with you, buddy.
Smash
See you
them.
guys.
Good luck.
Good luck, buddy. All right. I'm looking to see if there's any more questions. Doopy doopy doo. Let me see if there's any more questions in the chat. Let's see here. No, we're caught up on questions. I mean, yeah. I mean, so Kate's not doing her GAC. Calvin, when are you doing your GAC today?
I'm up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to see me test some stuff out against some, I guess, A- teams.
Sure.
I never said I wasn't doing it. I just said I haven't done it yet.
Oh, well then, Kate, when you plan on doing GAC?
Whenever I eat lunch.
Okay,
After
so
Sometime in the next 5.5 hours.
there you go.
Sometime. Yeah, there you go.
That narrows it down.
BCM, any GAC plans today, my friend?
Yeah, I'll probably be doing it shortly. I'll probably wait till Gom gets done with his and run after him.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, there you go. And then Warrior.
I don't want to step on.
Did you do yours already, Warrior? Or are you going to be doing yours today?
No, I already did mine. It was bad.
It was bad. Who are you facing, by the way?
Some rando, 9.5 million rando I've never heard of before. No guild I've ever heard of before. His modding was not as good as I was expecting, so I thought this was going to be an easy win. But I, of course, went heavy defense. He was not able to clear me. He only got 1,000 points, but I got 960 because I couldn't clear the front wall with his Starkiller item.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have done Kylo against that and JML against his Lord Vader, and I swapped those, and that was my mistake, and so I did not get the clear and lost.
All right. I don't know when you do your GACs where I got to come hang out with you because you're always hanging out here. I should jump on one of your streams. I never know when you stream, dude. So if you let me know.
I try to do Warrior Wednesdays, but that doesn't always work out. In fact, this last week, it was way off. And then I did do a video, though, on YouTube this week. Oh, my goodness. Lord. Like a normal video.
Yeah, pimp that stuff, man. That's what it's here for. All right. And then Grandi doesn't play the game anymore. He's just here to make my life a living hell. All right. I am excited, Grandi. That Whataburger is almost ready to open up here. Boy, I cannot wait to get some of that spicy ketchup and Whataburger goodness.
I'm loving it.
It's not McDonald's. All right.
I know.
Whataburger.
Hey, where's the beef, Ranger?
The old adage from the 80s commercial. All right. I'm not seeing any other SWGOH questions. I'm just looking here real quick. Okay. I'm checking one more time. I think we went through all the questions. Everybody is just... See what happens, Grandi? You come in here and we stop getting SWGOH questions.
I don't know if I've told you, Ranger.
But
I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh my God! Here we go. Where's Poby? I need Poby in here so I get a secret knife attack on his ass. Jesus. All right. Well, since we're just waiting here, I'll go a few more minutes. Maybe we'll stop a little bit early today. What is everybody working on? This is what I'm kind of curious about. Let's start. We'll start from the bottom, work way back. Not Grandi. We don't care. BCM, what are you working on right now?
I'm currently working on my JML farm.
God bless
I've
you.
got like a dozen relic levels left to go. I got to get R2 and Ray up, and then I'm close on Chupio, and then Han and Chewie are my last couple. And then after that, I'm thinking I might. Well, I got to finish relicking my my 501st. I just relicked 5s. And then after that, I think I'm going to move to Imp Troopers because I need to get that team up, considering I'm most likely going to be in Kyber 5 after this week.
Gotcha.
And so I need like 4 more teams, which is going to be stretching me pretty thin.
All right. Warrior, what do you got on your plate that you're working on farm-wise?
I'm kind of in a holding pattern on farming, really focused on mods right now. So I'm farming mods. I'm not really farming any characters. Mara Jade and Darth Talon are, 3-star Gear 11. They're as far as they're going to go until they become farmable in shipments.
Right.
I do have tons of crystals saved up for that. So when they pop, that should be next week. Should be Wednesday, Thursday, and then they'll be in shipments on Thursday at the rotation of shipments. So I should be able to have the 2 of them where they need to be, and then Starkiller unlocked by hopefully next Saturday or next Sunday. That's my guess, unless they delay the moving them to shipments, which they shouldn't. They never have in the past with any character. So there's like 5 days left for that. So yeah, basically just waiting for that so I can get my Mara J, Darth Talon, so I can get Starkiller, and then unlocking Boba Fett,
I know, right? I got both those characters too, but I'm right in the same seat as you are. Calvin, what are you working on, bud?
I am currently working on taking my Bad Batch from Gear 12 to Relics.
God bless you, sir.
I just got Echo. Wrecker's the next one up. And other than that, I'm just finishing up some other farms, Vandor, Chewie, and Embo right now.
Gotcha. All right, Kate Gaming.
So, I run 2 accounts.
Yes,
The bigger
we know.
account, I've been waiting for Mara Jade and Talon to get into shipments. I still have Dash and Kyle at 3-star, so.
Oh, you want your girls? I know. You want your ladies. I got it.
I do. So, and then I'm gonna work on Kyle. Then Dash will probably be 4th, but just purely because his team is pretty much all Gear 12 right now.
Gotcha.
So that's the plan for the big account and Dadbot Boba. Unlock him. That's pretty much on that account. And then the smaller one, like I am stretched super thin in Kyber 4. So my roster is stretched really thin. Like I'm literally saving characters for offense, and like there's no way I can go a whole GAC and throw out like
All right, there we're back. Sorry about that. Something just got a little hiccup there.
Yeah, I was like wondering what went on.
Yeah,
I was like,
little
what's going on?
little boo boo happened there. I don't know what happened. Everything just went cray for a second. So, well, we're back. Sorry about that, folks.
It's all good.
It always kills me like when you're doing YouTube or anything you watch and you got your viewers and all that other stuff. And as soon as like we're only down for like 15-20 seconds, everyone's like gone. It's like, okay, all my viewers just disappeared to 15 seconds. Really? Wow. Okay.
All good. But
All right.
pushing the GL farm. I really need that second GL very, very bad. I'll GL.
Who are you going for?
Kenobi.
Ooh, nice.
But then after Kenobi, I should be able to turn around pretty quickly and do C.
Nice.
So that's
right.
the big thing.
All right. Oh, YouTube's being a little wonky. Okay, I thought it was me. It's actually YouTube being wonky. Okay, let me look at this. Should be okay. I'm not getting anything. No, don't mess with me, YouTube. All right, seriously, I just had to deal with OBS. Don't you turn on me. The Jedi turned against me. Don't you turn against me too. All right. Keon question says, would you guys like a feat less constant conquest with the sectors updating every week, 2 weeks, but with always on conquest rewards would be halved?
Can I just say
No.
I just don't want to do conquest for like 2 hours a night. I just don't want to do that. It's not my job. I have a job. I do enough of my own job. I don't need to do conquest for 1 to 2 hours a night. Like, I don't want to do it. But I have to, because I'm in a guild that like I need to keep up with these characters. I have to do it.
No.
I don't want to do it. It's not fun anymore. I don't like it. I don't want to do it.
It's just, oh God, just thinking of the bounty hunter stuff and everything. It's like, yeah, can I just stab myself before I do 40 battles of bounty hunter stuff again? Or scoundrel?
Don't mind if it's like I gotta look. I don't mind if I have to refresh a couple times, but it's like it's how long it takes you to like complete everything, and then the feats. I'm like, I don't want to use Night Sisters like 14 times. And there's like literally one node I can use them against without like getting demolished.
Right.
Like,
That's
I don't
the
want to
thing.
do it. I don't want to do it. I have a job. I don't want to do it.
That's such a great point. It's one thing that, so here's the problem with the fleets as they are constituted now is like, you can't use bounty hunters in Sector 3 with this overprepared stuff. You're going to get mauled. Like, it just happens. Hell, my GLs get mauled. And I'm like, wow, okay. SLKR just got, with 100% stamina, just got wrecked in Sector 4 by an Imperial troop. Just damn, you know? So you're not you have to wait till you get done. Then you go to Sector 1, but then you just got to sit there and be like, all right, I'm just gonna clear Sector 1, you know? So, goodness gracious, man. It's gross. I don't, anybody loves, Calvin, you're a big fan of Conquest, but I mean.
I love Conquest.
But I mean, come on, these feats, 40 attacks, all this other stuff.
Those ones are really bad, and I think they even go against the spirit of the game mode. The spirit of the game mode is to stretch and see how deep your roster is. But there's no point in seeing how deep it is let's say you're Van Seal and you have all the bounty hunters at Relic 8 with the best mods or whatever, you're still not taking them into Sector 4. You might win one battle 100% stamina versus the right team, but you can't win 3, which is what you need to be able to get that feat. So yeah, those any of these like multi-battle with one team, I really don't like, because I think they just go against the spirit of the game mode. The Night Sister one, the Bounty Hunter one, the Smuggler one, the Kills ones, I actually like a lot more because I think there's a lot more skill in that. You can play those correctly, or like the specific amount of debuffs or like the specific amount of buffs. Those are cool because if you're smart, you can get those done in like 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah. But
and apparently, like, so I just jumped right ahead. I did see it. It was a featless conquest, constant conquest, with sectors updating every week/2 weeks, but always on conquest.
Yeah.
No,
I would hate that, because then you just end
so
up
much. I dread
and you just end up using your Galactic Legends. Like, that's no fun. Like, okay, JMK today, Lord Vader tomorrow. It would be so boring.
Well, if they made the battles like a little bit more, fun, where you have to think about each battle, like not so much the battles leading up to like the boss fights. Make the boss fights more fun, right? You have to go.
The boss fights I think are pretty fun.
None of it is fun. Like, it's not fun. It was fun. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, with the energy balance and then the stamina, and it's rough, especially with overprepared 3. It's like a Phoenix team with overprepared 3 against a GL, you're getting wrecked.
Well, it's nothing like seeing
what
your
cards you
JML. Yeah, it's nothing like seeing your JML get slaughtered by 27 hit in a row Ezra.
Yeah, and that's not fun.
I'd never enjoyed that. All right. Hellenix says, question for BCM. How's Modlinger Ranger?
Modlinier.
Modlin, whatever the hell.
Like Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Or Mjolnir.
Meow meow.
He's good. He's sitting here polished, nice, just waiting to be used on somebody. He's my big ass band hammer.
Let's see here. Hellenix, question for Gate Gaming _ being that you're world famous and I aspire to be, what advice can you give a shameless self-promoter who's trying to reach your level of world famous status? Some people are just born with it. You can't just ask Kate, like...
Hellenix is way more famous than I am. Everybody knows Hellenix.
Who?
And the Hellenix comp.
Yeah.
The C-3PO lead. Everybody knows that.
We know. Okay, he's
I know.
Hashtag question: what's a good benchmark for where you should be when you by win for Galactic challenges? Like, where should players be right now in order to red crate? It's
Depends
not.
Galactic
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah, each Galactic challenge is different because depending on your GP level, you might have some teams and some teams you won't, right? And you can't really judge Galactic challenges.
And it's not even like, it's not consistent. Like, I had someone ask me this, so like, what level do my Resistance hero bros need to beat Resistance GCs? And I told them, like, I don't know, dude. It's different every time. Like, one time Gear 11 might be enough. The next time it might have to be R5. Like, we just don't know.
Yeah.
Has anyone beat this current Galactic challenge?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You just have to wait for Dash not to use his AoE.
Yep.
If he does, you're screwed. If he doesn't,
He does like every time.
Well, you just have to go out, reset, do it again.
Yep.
It took me 4 attempts to get him to use his basic.
So what's
I just did Django lead, so that way I had a little bit more speed.
Okay.
And Django also shuts down all the bonus turn meters, so they don't roll you over.
Yeah, I did.
So what
boss
comp are you
lead.
guys using?
Well,
I did Boss Lead, Django, Grief, Mando, and Boba. Boba is very important because he's the one who will trigger the Frenzy because he gets a bonus turn when you hit contract.
And he has ability block, which you want to keep Dash under ability block.
Oh yes. Or you. I mean, yeah, you just have to do it, Kate, and try to get the payout immediately because you want to disintegrate Dash.
You have to annihilate him.
Do not taunt with boss. Just go for the big hit on the target because they don't have a taunter on that team. So you
Issue is I can't even get like a turn.
That's all right.
You have to wait till he basics.
Yeah.
If he AoEs, you will not get a turner. If you do, it'll be one guy standing.
You're right. Dash, man, he's gross. He's super gross, man.
It makes me like really want to work on that team. I mean, I'm trying to, but there's other priorities in place.
Well, you stay on target, damn it. Stay on target.
And eventually you're going to need those bounty hunters up anyways for the executor, but
Yeah.
The benchmark, it really depends. I mean, the CGs are different every time.
Yeah.
And like this one, I'm not getting the red crate because my bounty hunters are poop. But like other ones, it really depends on the comp that's used. Some I get red and it's like, holy crap, they're really easy. Others like this, it's like I'm never gonna get the red crate. So I don't even try.
All right. I'm not seeing any other questions, so let's end the Jedi Academy a little bit earlier. Well, before then, Grande, do you have a Grande word of wisdom? It's been asked in the chat. Christ, this ought to be good. Do we still have Grande?
I'm just gonna do a Bill and Ted.
What?
Be good. Bill and Ted. Be good to each other. That's the word of wisdom. Okay. Be good to each other.
All right, words of wisdom from Grande Patron. The more you know. Do, 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 do. All right, let's let everybody pimp their stuff and we'll get on at it because everybody's got GACs to do and fights to do and teas to drink and lunch to eat. Okay. Kate, where can folks check you out at and when are you going to do your GAC? That's the big thing that people want to know.
On Twitch, Kate Gaming with the _. When am I doing my GAC? I don't know. Whenever I finish lunch and drink another tea, I'm still really tired.
Yeah, she needs her num-nums. All right, Calvin, awesome.
What am I doing?
He needs like the Miz intro.
I know, right? Awesome. Calvin, when are you doing your GAC and where can folks check you out? First Ed's GAC.
Oh, that's right. Calvin _awesome at Twitch or on Twitch. And I will be streaming today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a GAC match. And then I usually stream the other matches on Sunday and Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There you go. See? Warrior from Warrior Presents.
Normally when I do my live streams, it's Wednesdays, sometimes Tuesdays, sometimes Thursdays. And I just put out a cam video because I've been helping 3-4 guilds with their cam missions.
It's
and
good video, man.
They actually asked for a tutorial so somebody could, kind of share it and learn and all that. And there hasn't been a good tutorial put out for over a year. So I figured I would do that for them so they'd have a tool because I'm just one person. I'm 36 hours of hell of trying to live stream them all, and I enjoy it. It's just I have to sleep, I have to work and eat and things like that, and it's really hard because you get tagged from multiple guilds of hundreds of times, and it's difficult. So I hope this new video, the cam mission one, will really help people out in figuring it out.
Yep, I thought it was good. So go check that out. And you can check that Warrior Presents on his Tuesday through Thursday, most likely on Wednesday stream.
Yeah. I put timestamps in the video. Everybody always yells at me for never putting timestamps.
I never do, man.
I actually put timestamps in that video so
good,
people can skip around how they see fit.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, man. I don't do that stuff. BCM, the Country Viking. When are you streaming? What's your channel? Pimp your stuff.
Big Country Mags on Twitch. I will probably be streaming in the next couple hours here. And then, I try to get it's most likely Wednesday morning. And then during the Thursday, Friday, it's whenever I can get to it. I just joined the Chain Gang too. So you got to check those guys out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and then Grande, we already got his word of wisdom for the day, thank God. All right, and then if you're watching this on Reality Skewed Gamers, the Jedi Academy. We do this every Saturday for the most part. 98% of the time of the year we're doing Jedi Academy. But, when Christmas and New Year's falls on that Saturday, that's why we were gone for 2 weeks. But we should be back for plenty more Jedi Academies to come. And so I encourage you guys to, if you like the content, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. It helps any channel, especially on YouTube. You can ask Warrior, you need those thumbs up, and you need that interaction. That's YouTube. And so if you like the content, feel free to do that. Check out our other stuff with Discord, things of that nature. And if you'd like to support the channel and keep it up and running with all the content we do, feel free to become a Patreon sponsor, $5 a month. And do me a big favor, check out these other content creators, especially over a lot of them do Twitch. Listen, they come here on a Saturday on their own time, on their own dime, to basically sit here and answer questions from you guys, right, for 2 hours, sometimes longer. Just go show them some love, guys. Go to their channels, watch some of their streams, find the ones you like. I mean, but at least show them a little bit of love, watch a video, do something along those lines. But show them some love. You can find them. They just pimped all their stuff. So Go check out Kate. Go check out Calvin. Definitely go check out Warrior. Go check out BCM, right? Check out all these wonderful content creators and some of the other ones like Gom. And Gom's getting ready to start his GAC trench run. So if you like, go watch Gom on Operation.
He's already on now.
Yeah, he just started?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone head over there.
Yeah, so everybody, let's go watch Gom, and then as these other guys and gals get up today, feel free to come check it out. So with that, we're going to call this one done. Thank you guys for joining us for the Jedi Academy today. Let's go watch little Gom Penis as he goes and try to do GAC on his channel over in Operation Metaverse. I don't know if there's an underscore. I don't have it in front of me right now, but just Operation Metaverse. You can find
Operation underscore Metaverse.
I knew there was something like that.
Kate knows.
I have it open right now.
You guys and your little underscores.
You overachiever.
Yeah. But everyone have a great day. Love you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Saturday.